Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Canadian music in the 80s and 90s and more. The A part makes it Canadian, of course. I hope you like what you see. If you do, I'd like subscribers, so subscribe. Um, I'm starting my push for Sommo Fest because I'm going to be going again this year and covering some of it. Well, as much as I can anyway. And this is a band I'm really excited to cover. Um, Goodnight Sunrise. And Vanessa from Goodnight Sunrise. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
No, this is great. I love discovering bands that I haven't heard of before, and I'm really having a good time getting to know your music and watching your videos and excited to see you at Sommo Fest. I think it's going to be a great weekend, a lot of good discovery of music. And I hope you guys get to enjoy it too. Like I hope you guys are going to get to watch some of the bands and check them out.
For sure. For sure. You will find us everywhere because that's our favorite thing about playing is getting to also check out all of the bands and just get inspired by them. And we can't wait.
You guys were formed in Toronto,
That's right.
2011, I think I read.
Yeah. Wow. You did your research.
Yeah, I try to. But yeah, and you guys have been at it for a while because I've seen some of your videos have been out for quite some time, and I actually really enjoy your Gordon Lightfoot cover as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that is it's funny because in my mind it's a Sarah McLachlan cover, but it's not
Yeah,
true. It's Gordon's song. But the first time I ever heard it was when I heard Sarah McLachlan cover it and fell in love with it.
yeah, Sarah McLachlan seems to do good jobs on covers. I've heard her
Uh,
do a few.
what can't she do? I mean,
Yeah, her cover of Dear God, the XTC song, so good. I don't know if you've ever heard it.
I thought that was her song.
I know she does such a good job of it, and some bands do that, right? They do such a
Yeah,
good cover, you think it's their song, like Nirvana with the David Bowie thing, and
totally.
a lot of people thought, why is David Bowie doing it Nirvana? Anyway, I'm getting off subject here. Do you guys play a lot of festivals throughout the summer and throughout the year?
Yep, we play a lot of festivals. In fact, after Sommo Fest, we're flying to Germany to play a festival there,
Right.
which we're pretty pumped about. Yeah, playing is our literal favorite thing to do.
And is this your first time to PEI?
No, we were in PEI. We've been twice, but I honestly think the last time we were there was probably almost 10 years ago. We've
Okay.
played Baba's Lounge a couple of times.
Okay.
That's in PEI, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So we played there. We've toured out east, I think, probably twice as a band, but it's been a while.
Okay. So you're obviously excited to come back and play a festival like Sommo Fest, fairly I think this is our third year doing it. And yeah, so you're gonna be on with a lot of great acts and
Oh, we're so excited about all the bands playing. Like it's really an inspiring lineup.
yeah, I was there last year and it was really a discovery point for me, discovering a lot of acts I'd never heard of. And some I was really excited to see like Danko Jones and Tara Lightfoot. Just an amazing weekend. Overall, it was great to be a part of it and be there. And I'm looking so forward to it again this year as well. Sorry, my headphone fell out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys because from what I've seen, you've got a real high energy thing going there. I'm like last year I saw some bands that were really good, high energy, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Like you look like you really rock out when you're in the on
Yeah.
stage.
Honestly, I got like one of those fitness watches like recently, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna wear this thing when I play a show. Like, I'm gonna see what happens. I literally got off stage and it was like flashing red, being like, warning, heart rate has exceeded its limit. And I was like, oh my God. It was insane. It also said I did 20,000 steps while I was playing. Like, it was actually crazy. Like, we are very, very high energy. That's, kind of what we're known for. But I did not realize I was like almost giving myself a heart attack.
Yeah, like I mean, but you don't even know it. I guess you're having so much fun
No,
up there.
no. I mean, I do kind of know it, but the adrenaline keeps you going. Like there are points during our set where I'm always like, Vanessa, like you'll
Yeah.
see, like not to give this away, but you'll see that sometimes I just lie down on stage. Like I try to make it look cool, but really it's because I think I'm about to die.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing you
you'll,
guys
you'll
play.
notice. Now you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let everyone that I know there go check you guys out. Yeah, there was like a lot of bands I had to check out last year and really enjoyed it. And I'm enjoying the interview. I'm really looking forward to getting some interviews because I'm getting a lot more this year than I did last year. And I'm really glad you guys got back to me because I was like, you were one of the bands. I was, please get back to me. I'd love to get an interview in with you guys. Either way, either Zoom or in person. I'm hoping in person as well. I'm hoping to bump into you
For
guys.
sure.
Is that like fun for you when you do the festivals? Are there like, do you bump into old friends or do you make new friends when you do the festivals?
Yeah, I mean, we always, I think the coolest thing about music is that it's about more than audio visual, right? Like music is community. Like I think
Yeah,
since the dawn of time, we've been using music in order to come together, right? So like
right.
music has been used in so much when it comes to like advocating for causes or just spirituality or wanting hope or banding together in tough times. And you really feel that, especially with, musicians are out there. We're playing. We've been a band for 14 years and we're not famous by any means, right? Like we're it's a slog to like get on the road and get out there and play these things and leave everything on stage. And it's so worth it. But I think there's something about knowing that you're kind of like putting your all out there in the hopes that we will meet people like you, that we will make new fans, that we'll be able to create these magical moments together. And it doesn't always happen, right? Sometimes you play to a room of like three people, but you just like keep on going. So I think there's so much like camaraderie in that and in people like you who are like like you said, you're not getting paid to do this. Like you're doing this because you love music. Like you fucking
Yeah.
love it. It's your heart and your soul. And like I think everyone at these festivals feels the same way. Even like the fans, even the attendees, like they've like spent money to go there, like they're checking out new bands. It's like it's people who really love music and are open to music discovery. I think we have something very special in common that bonds us.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, in 14 years that you guys have been together, you've probably seen a lot of changes in the way you have to do things. And I guess this is one way that you can actually do promotion through people who have podcasts or YouTube channels and stuff like that. Do you like that, or do you wish
Well,
it was
well,
the old way?
I mean, think about this though, right? Like back back in the day, just
Yeah.
100. It's like, music blogs and like this kind of stuff there used to be so many more, right? Like this, probably
Yeah.
you've been at it for 10 years. Like, so actually, we're so grateful when we get to actually have these conversations and have someone like you that's like, sharing, you've discovered us and now you're sharing that. There's something invaluable about that, right? Like when you tell your friend about a new band, it means so much, but there's so much less for artists now, right? There are fewer
Right.
blogs, there are fewer podcasts, there's fewer opportunities just because, so many festivals and venues have closed down. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, there's nothing we love more than being able to share not only about us, but about our love for music and what it means to us and share other bands that we love. Like
Right.
that's why we're in a band. So yeah, it's amazing.
So being from Toronto, you must have had quite a slug around the Toronto area in your time. Like, what are some of your
Don't
event?
hate us. Don't hate us because we're from Toronto, everyone.
No, I'm originally from Ontario myself. I'm a Mississauga guy. I saw lots of great music come out of Mississauga and Toronto. I saw many of the big venues. I mean, I'm sure you remember Lee's Palace, the Horseshoe.
We just had
Um,
our album release was on top at the Dance Cave above Lee's Palace actually a couple months ago.
oh, what a legendary venue that is
So
just to be
legendary.
in. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, so many bands have played in there. I mean, I just learned Oasis played there back in the day. So
Mhm.
I can't tell you how many times I saw my favorite band, Spirit of the West, play in there. But Toronto's just full of great music venues. Like I'm sure you got to see a lot of them and probably saw a lot of your favorite bands in there. And speaking of that, what are some of your favorite bands? I hear a lot of influences in what you do. So, but do you want to touch
Oh.
on some of that?
Well, I mean, it's David's going to be left out, so I get to take this one all by myself because we definitely have completely different influences. I mean, right now my favorite band is The Beaches. I just have to
Yeah,
say, like, I'm diehard ride or die for The Beaches right now. Um, so that's like if you were like, what's your current favorite band? I feel like that's what I'm listening to the most. I just love everything about them. I love what they've done for music. Like, I love
right.
everything they stand for. Influences, honestly, I gotta say, like I'm a I'm I've got a range of things, but like definitely when we started this band, like I'm kind of like a pop girly at heart. Like Britney Spears is
Yeah,
like my gal, you know? So like Britney Spears, I used to listen to like a lot of like house and like drum and bass and like electro. And I also like I'm such a like morpher, but like things really morph for me. Honestly, the first CD I bought was probably NSYNC, followed by Sarah McLachlan and Alanis Morissette. So like that's
wow.
why playing, and that was like when I was a young girl, a young girly, you know. So
Yeah.
playing this fest with Alanis is like literally, you know, when people are like, oh my God, like the bucket list band, like I can't believe we're like da da da. Like Alanis is that for me. I used to, no joke, wear my hair, like you guys can see me, right? But when I was young,
Yeah.
my hair was black, just black, and I used to wear it like I'm gonna do it for you. I used to like part it like this. And I
That's
used
awesome.
to just walk around pretending I was Alanis, like this like emo kid. Like I was so emo, just being like listening to that secret track on Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah.
So like, you know, but I actually consider I definitely think I think like it was kind of poppy in a way. Like even Sarah McLachlan was kind of poppy. Like I'm such a sucker for like hooks and structure in a song.
Hmm.
So those are kind of my influences. But with this album, like because you can kind of see like our sound has changed throughout time, like with any
Yeah.
band. With this album, I was listening to like all I went like I was reborn into my like pop punk phase. Like I got
Yeah.
really like I actually just discussed like honestly didn't listen to a lot of pop punk, but I got so into pop punk and like kind of like riff rock and like that really influenced our latest album. But I came to punk like later in life. Like really my roots are so poppy.
And do you and David bring a lot out in each other? Like, I mean, he must have different influence as well. Like, you
Totally.
guys, it all comes to the table, it seems like, because I hear so much different
Well,
like
David's like a
styles.
classic rock guy. Like
Okay.
he's like like he really like I would say like he's like pop punk for, you know, his like pop punk for a long time and classic rock. Like he is such a classic rocker. Also his favorite band in the world is U2. And I know
Yeah.
you can hear that on Don't Tell Me It's Over.
I do actually. I was just thinking that I hear a lot of different like 80s influences in that, and I wasn't thinking U2 at the time, but now that you mention it, I definitely hear the U2 influence in there.
Yeah, he loves U2. I want to know what you hear in there.
Well, I'm hearing the pop punk thing now that you mention it. Like, I mean, I'm hearing like maybe a bit of Avril Lavigne coming out.
Biggest
Um,
compliment. Thank you. Would love Avril, of course.
but I guess my other question, since you're such a big Alanis fan, were you into her pop music phase when she was young?
No, because I can't, you know, I got her after that. I think Jagged Little
Okay.
Pill was like when I started really like listening to music.
Right.
Well, that's not a weird thing to say. I mean, I always listen to music, but I think that no, her pop stuff was too early for me.
Yeah.
Um, but Jagged Little Pill really hit me like right when I was like an emo teen, you know?
And that was a big time for Canadian music then. Like that year, like
Oh,
I think the
Lilith,
females,
I went to Lilith Fair.
yeah, the women exploded that year. Alanis, Shania, Sarah, I
Sheryl
mean,
Crow,
Sheryl Crow, like I
Dan
mean,
Arden.
and four of those, those were Canadian, most of them, except for Sheryl Crow. That was that, the
They
Canadian
were
scene.
Canadian, that's true.
So like that was a big moment for Canadian music and for women in Canadian music too. Like it was just incredible.
I know, what a interesting moment in time that we've never come back to. Like it is
Yeah.
weird when you mention it to think the it was like such a big time for women in music. And I feel like we've struggled to climb back up there for so long.
I
Huh.
don't know. I disagree. I think the women are still making some of the best music I've ever heard.
Well,
Like,
that's true. They're
I
definitely
mean,
making the best music. Are we hearing it? I think it also depends. It's very genre specific. So if you go to rock, you're going to find it a lot less.
yeah.
But you're right. In still in pop and in country even, like for sure.
Like, I
When
mean, you mentioned the beaches. I mean, there's a good
oh,
example now. Like, I mean, they're rocking it out and their majority, I don't know, most of them are women, are they not? I think
they're all women.
yeah, they're all women. Okay, so there you go. Like, and they're probably one of the bigger new bands out there right now.
Oh, they are taking the world by storm, but I think they're a really good example of like they've had to fight so hard to get where they are and they're just doing it and it's really inspiring and it's so amazing. But I think it's interesting. It's go when you look at the rock, like the top 40 in rock, you know what I mean? Or when you look at these major like rock specific festivals, look at the lineups.
Yeah.
You know, it's just an interesting, I think the tides are totally turning and I think we're getting back there. And I think the beaches are a great example, but they're one of the few examples. I'll just say
Yeah.
that. Like, you know, it's like, but it's something. It's not nothing.
And they played Sommo last year.
I
They
know.
played the big stage last year, Sommo,
Yeah.
and they just rocked the joint
Oh,
before
they're
before
amazing.
Greta Van Fleet came out. And I think they gave Greta Van Fleet a run for their money when they did their set. They were
I'm
incredible.
sure. I'm sure they did.
But even this year, in studying, looking through some of the acts that are at Somo this year, there's a lot of good women talent out there
Oh
too.
yes, Somo's done an amazing job. They've done an amazing. Their lineup is it's something that other festivals should look at. They've done an incredible job.
Yeah,
It's so diverse. They've like even the musical styles like are very diverse. Like especially
yeah,
because Saturday is more of like the let's say rock day, but they've done a really good job in diversifying the types of rock. Like you said, there's like blues, there's like
yeah,
alt rock, there's like harder rock. Like I think that's very very cool. And even the bands are all very, very different. Like it's cool. I love when a festival does that and gives their audience a chance to discover bands that might not be right, straight and narrow in the genre they would listen to, but that are adjacent enough that you know what I
right.
mean? Like it's cool.
Yeah, like that's what I look forward to. Like this is like no other festival I've been to. And growing up in Ontario, I went to a lot of festivals. Like I
Yeah.
used to go to Edge Fest every year.
Wow, yeah.
I used to go up to Burles Creek. I don't know if you ever went up there to see
Yeah.
any of the big shows they had up there. And there was all kinds of great festivals around Southern Ontario, and this is probably the most diverse festival I've ever seen in terms of trying to expose you to new acts, and new music that you've never seen, whereas most of them kind of follow a certain
Hmm.
style. Like, I mean, Edge Fest was always, alternative rock and stuff like that. You didn't get much outside of that. But this festival really does explore, like you guys are totally different than some of the other bands on there. But I think that's great. It's
Yeah, I think
great.
it's great too. And I mean, I as like a festival goer like that. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I totally get that maybe you're not going to have like a DJ in the middle of like
Yeah.
a rock festival, but I
Yeah.
think it's cool to show the like richness of the tapestry of the genre of like rock can mean so many things. And I think so
Yeah.
often, like for example, I think I would have totally done this type of thing where I would have been like, no, I like rock. I don't like punk. Like I don't want to, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even give it
Yeah.
a chance. And when I started listening, and I really only started listening to the stuff because it's me and David in the core band, but our
Yeah.
band, what you'll see us is five people, right? And when we travel together, they're always blasting all their shit. And there'd be so many times where I'd be like, oh my God, like I discovered Paramore because of my
Yeah.
guitarist, Eric. I would have never, if someone had been like, hey, listen to this pop punk band like years ago, I would have been like, oh, I don't really, pop punk isn't my thing. What a loss for me, right? Like
Yeah.
listening to it, I'm like, this is amazing. This fucking rocks. It rocks, right?
Yeah.
Like called something different. It has some slightly different element, but it still rocks and I like rock, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
I think those genres sometimes do us a disservice because they lock us in into being like, oh, I like this genre, and not
Yeah.
give other things a chance. When we submit our music to Spotify, for example, it's like you got to say the genre. Or, when we submit to a festival, you got to say the
Yeah.
genre. And sometimes I don't like that. I'm like, well, like listen to it. I don't know.
Well, I guess that's why I kind of feel like some of the music at this festival is going back to what the 80s had, because the 80s was very diverse in
Hmm.
what was played on the top 40 back in the 80s
Totally.
was totally like, I mean, if you watch much music back then, you'd see Bruce Springsteen, and then you'd see Madonna, and then you'd see Van Halen, and then you'd see Sarah McLachlan, you'd see such a
Yeah,
variety of
I
different
agree.
kinds of music, and it was all okay. It was all good, and I think we're
Yeah.
getting kind of back to that where it's okay to like whatever you want to like, and you can like the Beaches, and you can like NSYNC, and you can like Atlantis,
Yeah.
and everything's cool. Like, I mean, it's good. Whatever you're into is great. You can even be into the country and stuff like that.
Sure.
So like, and that's why I think we're getting back to that more 80s mentality where anything goes.
That's cool. I like that. I hope that's true. I think I think that would be awesome. It's interesting. Like it's hard to see. It's cool to hear your perspective. Like I obviously have one perspective being like in a band, and then
Yeah,
you have a completely different perspective, and I can get totally in my bubble and be like, oh, like no, things are so, like what we see as artists is we're like, okay, all I see is like every festival is now the 90s again. And
yeah.
like all those legacy bands. And I'm like, what about us? But you're right. I mean, that's just what we're seeing from our perspective. We're probably missing a bit of the bigger picture there.
That's one thing I kind of miss a little bit about Ontario is Toronto was a great city for discovering new music. Like, I mean, you could walk into any bar on any night or any club and just see somebody you've never heard of, and it will just blow you right off,
You
right
can
out
still
of.
do that. You can still do that.
Oh, it is. There's a totally different music industry here in PEI that I can't describe. Like, I mean, there's a whole system here of music on the island, and it's not just Celtic music or fiddle
Yeah.
music. There's a lot of different kinds of music here, and Somo's really going to show you that.
I'm so excited. Well, I can't wait to see all the bands and check out the bands with you and hear what your favorite ones end up being.
So do you write with the whole band? Does the whole band write, or is it just
No,
you and David?
just me and David.
Okay, and you want to mention who your band is now, like the other guys in the band?
Yes.
Just
Well, the band that will be coming to Sommo Fest with us
yeah.
are Kyle Gritchen. He's our bassist, Eric Robb's guitarist, Warren Elder is our drummer, and we are a pretty tight team. Like we don't we've played, I mean, everything this year we've played together. So we've been practicing all summer for you guys, and we can't wait. We can't wait.
And you're doing a couple of other maritime gigs before you came
Yeah.
here. Is that correct? You're doing
We're
Halifax and not Moncton, Riverview, which is like a
Riverview.
suburb.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Like, so we're playing Halifax, the Seahorse. We've been wanting to play that venue for like 14 years for real. So, and we're playing with Minus World, who the craziest story, they're one of their lead members, Jupiter, is a guitarist. And it's crazy because I've never played a show with another guitarist. We've played over 500 shows. I've never played another show with a guitarist. And I saw Jupiter play guitar maybe 10 years ago at Rancho Relaxo in Toronto. And
Okay.
was blown away. Like, I don't want to sell myself short. I'm a great guitarist. Nothing like this. They had all these pedals. Like, I remember watching it and being like, this is my idol. And guitarists don't get to have a lot of idols because
No.
there's not a lot of people to look up to who play guitar. So I can't wait for that show. That's in Halifax. And then we're playing Riverview. Yeah. So it's going to be dope.
You're gonna get to spend some time out here in the Maritimes, which is
Yeah.
probably exciting for you guys. But you guys have toured all across the country, haven't you?
Yeah, but East Coast is like a vibe, It's like such
Yeah.
nothing is like the East Coast. So I can't wait.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time, and I can't wait to see you guys play like after discovering some of your music this past week or two. I can't wait to see you guys kill it live because I think live's the best way to discover any band.
100%. Make sure you bring a defibrillator. I might like if I have a heart attack. It's good that someone would just be equipped.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person too, you
Me
and David
too.
in person, and hopefully we can do another chat while we're there.
100%. I can't wait. I can't wait. If you're watching this, we can't wait to see you there. Come. We're playing early. We're like the second band on, I think. So start the day early with us and get pumped up, and then we'll cruise around the fest together and watch all the bands.
Sounds awesome. I can't wait to meet you guys.
Okay, Alanis, if you're watching, I love
Hope
you.
I hope she is. All right, thanks. We'll see you on the weekend.
Thanks, Alan.
All right, take care.